Victoria Goodwin, 25 CR 020105.
This small, unassuming Las Vegas courtroom is the epicenter of a cross-country murder-for-hire plot. 32-year-old Victoria Cadenas Goodwin, shackled at the waist and wrists, accused of trying to hire a hitman to take down her own husband, popular ghost hunter Aaron Goodwin, star of Discovery Channel's hit series, Ghost Adventures.
I'm not liking it. I'm uncomfortable. I kind of want to leave.
The case against Victoria Goodwin has all the elements of a true crime series. It has a wife who is seeking to have her husband allegedly murdered, an inmate who's incarcerated for not just one, but 3 homicides, and a celebrity husband in the middle. It has the makings of not just a true crime series, but of a movie.
On Ghost Adventures, you're seeing Aaron and his fellow ghost hunters doing this paranormal investigations, and they travel around and conduct these, experiments trying to get answers to the unknown. This show is insanely popular. It has this colossal cult-like following. It's huge.
From Ireland's countryside,
I feel like I got touched by something I shouldn't have been touched by.
to haunted basements,
Maybe it found me as a vessel.
to an old mining town in California,
Really? Right there, these two are like tingly.
Aaron has hunted for ghosts around the world.
While we see him hunting ghosts, presumably and allegedly, his wife has been planning on hunting him in one way, shape, or form.
Victoria Goodwin, arrested in March on charges of solicitation to commit murder and conspiracy to murder, and is being held on $100,000 bail. An arrest report describing the shocking details of the alleged plot. Victoria allegedly began exchanging messages with the convicted murderer Grant Amato after seeing the true crime docuseries Control-Alt-Desire that featured his twisted tale of sex, obsession, and violence.
All right, let's get involved and hope we don't die.
Victoria started watching the documentary, and it was from there that she took interest in Grant Amato. She really started reaching out to him, and she eventually said that she fell in love with him.
Amato is currently serving a life sentence in a Florida prison after brutally killing his parents and brother.
This is not the first time, and I don't think it'll be the last time, that we've seen people who have fantasized and romanticized people who are incarcerated for very serious crimes. Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer, the Menendez brothers. We've seen people both curious in terms of their legal case, but also curious about them and having some romanticization.
According to the arrest report, Victoria admitted to messaging Amato, saying they were pen pals, that she was lonely, and that she and Aaron were going through problems in their marriage. The report further describing how she and Amato discussed how much they are in love, and how her husband would not accept divorce. Authorities say the messages were more than romantic. They were criminal.
Victoria Goodwin allegedly gives information to Grant Amato as to where her husband Aaron will be and what time, what hotel, who he'll be with, photos of who her husband is, and so it's very specific information that no one else could really know except for someone in his inner circle, namely his wife.
Investigators say the hit was supposed to happen in October of last year. Aaron was filming his show at the time in Calico Ghost Town in California. At one point, Victoria allegedly messages Amato, "How did I get to this point? Am I a bad person? Because I chose to end his existence, not divorce." She even describes her nerves, allegedly sending a message to Amato, "I'm so anxious, LOLOL. I just can't believe it's happening." Like, what? The alleged messages between he and Victoria were discovered after his contraband phone was seized and later analyzed. Authorities in Florida alerting their counterparts in Vegas.
This murder plot never was ever able to be carried out. But of course, Victoria was arrested.
The fact that the reason this case got cracked wide open wasn't because they attempted a murder, it wasn't because it failed, but because they found the cell phone of the inmate inside of his cell. And if they didn't find that cell phone, the question now becomes, could it have worked? Could Aaron Goodwin be dead today but for finding that phone?
When authorities came to the Goodwin's Vegas residence to search and question Victoria, she denied wanting her husband to be killed and said she had been daydreaming of being in a different situation, but no longer felt that way.
Aaron has said very little since his wife's arrest. He's been virtually silent throughout all of this, with the exception of thanking his fans for their support on Instagram.
On Instagram, Aaron posting a smiling face emoji and writing, "Thank you everyone for all the love and support through this emotionally trying time. It has really helped a lot, and I appreciate you all." He has since filed for divorce. The saga, a far cry from the love story the two so happily captured on Instagram, repeatedly showing a happy couple. From decorating a spooky-themed Christmas tree early in their marriage, to Aaron posting a picture kissing his wife on New Year's. To less than 2 weeks before her arrest, Victoria sharing a video of her Valentine's Day gift for Aaron and posting, "I love you."
Victoria and Aaron's love story seemed very beautiful, I think, to a lot of people. It seemed like everything was romantic and beautiful, but obviously it was not. And there really was no indication that things were as bad as she talked about via text messages.
By the time Victoria came into Aaron's life, he'd been on ghost adventures for over a decade.
Whoa.
Nightline was with Aaron and his co-stars back in 2012.
People have been experiencing paranormal activity.
My colleague Linsey Davis, spending time with the team.
Lindsay, the thing with paranormal investigating is it can happen when you least expect it.
Relief doesn't begin to describe how thankful I was it didn't happen on my watch.
I forgot to tell you one thing. Sometimes the experience follows you home. So will you let us know if anything?
Yeah, will you let us know? Of course.
In court today, attorneys indicated that a plea deal is being negotiated. Prosecutors have agreed to drop the solicitation to murder charge if Victoria pleads guilty to conspiracy to commit murder.
Ms. Goodwin, did you hear the negotiations put on record by the state? Yes, ma'am. And do you understand them? Yes, ma'am.
Victoria indicated she would formally enter a guilty plea at a later court hearing. She could face a maximum of 10 years in prison. For Aaron, his paranormal investigations continue. The show launching a new season next week.
They're probably going to get even more eyeballs tuned in because there's so many more people who are now aware of who Aaron Goodwin is and want to find out more about what it is that he does based off of what's happening in his personal life right now. There's great irony in the fact that, considering what Aaron does for a living, that this is probably going to be the thing that haunts him forever.